Alright, I put this video to the side like for 2 back-to-back weeks. Let's get to it. Tomo-Chan is a girl. Episode, hold on, let me go see. Let me go see episode 11 and 12. As tomorrow is going to be, I take it, the series finale? I'm just guessing? Now, wholeheartedly, I apologize. I've been working like crazy, so I couldn't be able to get this video out on time on the weeks, and I'd be too exhausted to do them. But hey, it's better to get it out the way now than do it later. But these last 2 episodes, man, they were absolutely funny and absolutely emotionally heart-stringing. And then finally, at the end of episode 12, we finally get Junichi, or I'm not gonna call him June, finally calling or telling Tomo that he is in love with her. And man, I cannot be more happy that the man finally got that off his chest and finally frickin' said it. But hey, I digress. I'll take it for what it's worth, and that whole confession angle was really damn good as well. So that's gonna be, it's definitely gonna be something that I'm definitely like looking very much forward to. And man, this show just continues to be really good, and the more I watch, the more I'm gonna miss it when it eventually ends next week. 2 weeks ago, I found that episode to be absolutely damn hilarious. You get the whole dinner, I guess restaurant maid thing, like trope, and June comes in, and of course, this man, I guess you could say, he starts simping over Tomo because she looks cute and everything. And then, because Tomo's always working there, he ends up going there to eat. I did like the fact that it seems like, you know, obviously the one person from school, because that's his like dad's shop or whatever, they're willing to like bring them back if they want to do more work. I think frickin' you had it to where Mizuzu like said, oh, we're just pretty much going to use it to extort you for money, pretty much. So I do like that, like, it gives them a connection to know. But it was absolutely hilarious that, like, oh, June just doesn't show up all of a sudden, but he knows Tomo's here. He's already right then and there, front and center, which it was pretty hilarious to see. You know, that's kind of the thing there. You do, in the episode, you do get the introduction to this whole Cinderella play that they plan on doing, and things like that, which leads into the last week's episode. But you get the whole moment with the pushing off the stairs moment with June, and that was hilarious too, because he's thinking that Gundo is finally gonna kill him. Eventually, Tomo wants to catch him, so then he accidentally touches her chest. And in a way, it's kind of a thing where, I don't know, maybe Tomo gets all flustered or something like that, and it's another sign for him to say, like, no, make your move, dude. But it was absolutely funny, like, he had the strength to dodge, only to fall into Carol's chest, and he grabs it. And then she's like, oh, that's not good that you did there, June. And this man gave probably one of the most funniest facial reactions of the entire series that I had seen, man. I was absolutely crying with what this guy was like, just the look, and he's just like, just hit me, Tomo, just hit me. Now, I don't... Look, at least the man is willing to admit where he was wrong, and, you know, he wanted to get hit, and rightfully so. So that was obviously funny. But like I said, the Cinderella stuff, you know, that was funny too, especially when Gundo finds out that she's Cinderella because Carol signed her up to do that, and she ended up getting all pissy about it. Which leads into the next episode where we get the play and everything. I found it absolutely hilarious when you have Carol, Tomo, and Gundo's mothers all talking with each other, and Gundo's mother is like, oh, I'm gonna give back at my daughter for not telling me that there's gonna be a play. And I'm gonna make sure I get this all on video. So that's kind of the thing there. You had Carol's mom freaking out the moment Carol shows up on stage. They had to like Gundo's mom had to shut her up for good, like, cause she was freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh. I'm sorry, man. Hey, I can honestly do a show. Can we get a spin-off show of Tomo, Gundo, and Carol's mother's adventures? I honestly would enjoy that. Like, I think those trio work well together like their daughters do. But you obviously get the play. It's obviously a success and everything. Then you get pretty much the after festival stuff, which kind of delves into the June and Tomo relationship pretty much right then and there. So you get that part of it to where eventually, in a way, June subtly confesses a bit about being welcoming around Tomo's her presence being so welcoming around him, and then, you know, obviously she gets flushed and she runs off. In the meantime, you have kind of this storyline with Gundo where she's kind of, I guess you can say we already know she inside her heart, you know, she has all these doubts and regrets of doing what she's been doing. So yeah, I also do like the moment where June talked to Carol's, I guess, cousin / boyfriend, I don't know, about his feelings for Tomo, and then only to tell that to Gundo, and Gundo's like, well, okay, big deal, why are you telling me this? And pretty much it's kind of like a way, I felt it was like a way for June, like, saying, look, I just want to be cool and everything with you. I just want to make sure, like, listen, things should stay the same. You know, I don't want Tomo to be taken away from you or anything. I'm not doing this to take Tomo away. And I found it absolutely hilarious how they kind of, in a way, buried their hatchet, especially with the whole relationship stuff, because it did seem like maybe, you know, Gundo maybe did have a thing for June. Back when I guess they were first dating, she was first getting adjusted to it, because you remember that flashback episode, she was willing to open up and be like, you know what, maybe I'll give this guy a chance, and then it just turned out to be absolute dog crap. But, you know, you get the emotional scene where Gundo pretty much is apologizing to Tomo for trying to change her as a person. And honestly, I can kind of relate to that. You know, I did do it one time. I tried to do this one time with a friend of mine where I didn't like who they were acting or coming off, and I tried to change them. And that almost fractured our friendship, but then we ended up fixing the friendship. And I pretty much admitted, like, hey, you know, let's just be us. And, you know, this is stupid drama that, you know, kind of thing. And Gundo kind of apologizes for that. But Tomo's like, listen, it doesn't matter. You know, you tried to help me, so it is what it is. You know, I'm not gonna hate you because you wanted to change me into something I'm not, but I was open to try to change it. So then you get the moment to where June eventually confesses to Tomo, which he failed in within himself. Like, he literally said, oh yeah, I knew what you were really meaning, but I kind of played it off as I wasn't meaning. Like, the guy definitely deserved to get hit for that. Like, you can't tell a girl who just confessed to you and you're gonna confess, well, yeah, I kind of knew what you were meaning, so I didn't play it off like I didn't know what the hell you were talking about. So he got rightfully punched, and then they do the whole contest running up the stairs, and then pretty much they do confess to each other. And, you know, it was this whole, it was a nice thing, because they were talking about, like, well, is things gonna change between us? Are we just gonna be friends? You know, are we just gonna do like the things girlfriend and boyfriends do? But I'm like, no, you guys are still gonna be friends. It's just, you guys just care about each other a lot more than what typical friends would do. You have more of a romance going on between you guys. So they pretty much confess, and it's pretty much implied that now they're gonna start going out and they're gonna start dating. So, you know, if this was the last episode, that would have been a perfect cap off to this to the series. But I guess there's gonna be one more episode where I guess we're gonna get post June and Tomo dating moments. So yeah, it's gonna be nice. It's definitely gonna be nice to see them finally after all this time, you know, dating. And it always gets to this point. And I always love these animes when it gets to this point where you think you have a dense, like, main male character when it comes to, like, the main female character being the centerpiece of the show, and it doesn't drag on over and over and over again of the whole, is this gonna be the moment of them confessing? Like, I understand, I do watch my hefty share of romance animes, but there's romance animes where it gets to that point where it's like, okay, dude, come on, man, you gotta fucking confess. Like, at some point, you can't do this whole, will they, won't they thing, type of stuff that they always imply and things like that. Like, I guess Food Wars to an extent. We know that Erina has a crush on frickin' Soma the entire damn series, and even though she doesn't physically tell it to his face like she loves him, at the end, at the final part of the episode, she does in a way confess, but she doesn't tell it to his face, and it's like, well, whatever. But I do like romance animes that gets to the points, they have it, and with one episode left to go, definitely gonna be excited to see how we end off Tomo-Chan as a girl. So, yeah. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. If you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of Tomo-Chan as a girl, or the last 2 weeks, and things like that. And I will more than likely, when I have time in my schedule, see you for the next and final episode review of Tomo-Chan is a girl, unless we get any types of content, like things that they cut out. Like, I know Horimiya, for example, they're actually, I guess their version of season 2 is going back and doing the moments that we didn't see, that were cut out, I guess, of the anime that they couldn't cover in the original animation, which I think is pretty cool because that's more Horimiya content we get to see right then and there. Yeah. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Catch you guys in the next video. Till then, guys, stay safe out there and have a great rest of your day. Or not watching this video. Peace.